Today, we're going to talk about another area of personal leadership. Now, we know more energy that we need to have in order to lead. We have got to show up with that high energy and to have the energy last throughout the day. And then how do we lead our families well if again, we run out of energy before we hit home? So we want to be more consistent in the way we work out and how often we work out. And there are a few things that I've learned over the years that have increased my chances of going to the gym or of working out. So number one is set the intention. Set the intention. I am going to work out tomorrow morning at whatever time happens to be. For me, 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm at the gym. So it's going to be different for everybody. But again, set the intention and schedule the thing. We set the intention, we schedule the thing, and we are more likely to do it because we keep score. And the more often we show up, the more likely we are to get on a streak and continue to show up. Step number two, get an accountability partner. Get an accountability partner. Here's the thing with accountability partner. Have them pick you up. Take turns picking each other up to meet there. Working on it, you're going to be up, you're going to be ready, you'll get in the car, you'll go do the thing. If you don't, if you find yourself not going, then get an accountability partner. Maybe it's somebody that calls you on the phone, make sure that you're up to show up. Community. So if you go to, say, a CrossFit gym, they're going to call you out if you don't show up. I will tell you right now, they will call you out if you don't show up. Why? Because you've given them permission to call you out if you don't show up. It becomes very important. Community is important because you're growing together, you're working out together, you want to see each other succeed. And when somebody's missing, we find out why. We're not necessarily going to beat them up over it or give them a hard time, but we're going to find out, hey, is everything all right? What's going on with you, right? It becomes very important. It's kind of with David Adams Speaks and People Steward Leadership. Now, the whole concept behind the founding of People Steward Leadership is so that their teams will take personal responsibility for their own growth and development. It becomes very important. Personal responsibility is vital to the success of any personal leadership as well as any team leadership. That's why we established this concept of People Steward Leadership. All right, let's move to number three. So we got number one was set the intention, schedule the thing. Number two is get an accountability partner. And I'll tell you the best time or the most consistent I ever was when a friend of mine would pick me up and we would take turns. He'd pick me up, I'd pick him up. And we never missed, man. We were always there when we said we were going to be there. Very consistent. It was amazing, right? And then the second thing the first one was set the intention, schedule the thing. Second was get an accountability partner. And number three, the gym, make sure it's on the way to work or on the way. It's easier to skip. You're just not going to go, right? Now, if you're one of those that doesn't go to the gym, but you want to do your workouts and be more consistent at home, set yourself the one intention that one thing that you're going to do every single day. Now, for instance, Zig Ziglar, he used to talk about his working out process, which was, he said he would do one thing every single day without fail. And that one thing was that he would put on his tennis shoes and walk to the front door. Why something so simple as putting on your tennis shoes and walking to the front door? He went through the trouble to walk to the front door. The chances are he was going to open the door and go for a walk, or he would open the door and go for a run. If you take some small step, let's say you habit stack it. So you brush your teeth and you immediately put on your tennis shoes and walk to the front door. How likely are you to actually go for the run? Significantly more likely to go for the run than if you didn't do anything at all, right? Now, the process of habit stacking is very important because it just means that you're doing one thing right after another thing. It's a reminder, and you're turning it into a habit because you've already got one habit and you're going to stack it onto another habit. And then if you've got something else that you want to add to that, stack something else. And if it happens to be your meditation in the morning, or if it happens to be your morning reading, whatever that looks like for you, stack that on after your shower, right? Whatever it is, stack them together. Okay, so what were they? Top three. Set the intention, schedule the thing. If it's on your schedule, you're more likely to do it because you set the intention and you're already telling your mind that you're going to do it. So technically, or typically, you will do it because I know you are the kind of person that keeps the appointments that you set with yourself. Number two, get an accountability partner. Because if you don't keep the appointments you set with yourself, at least you have a partner who can help you keep the appointments that you make. And then step number 3, hit the gym on your way to work, on your way back from work. Just make sure it's not so far out of the way that you're like, no, I'm not going to make that 30-minute drive to get to the gym. That's ridiculous. Not going to do it. Right? Okay. I hope this has been helpful for you. And remember, personal growth and development, it's personal every single day. And the more often and the more consistent we are with working out, the more energy we'll have to win the day when it comes to leadership. We'll see you again tomorrow.